So Botox, it backfired for us.
If you think about it, it's actually crazy that we're being gaslit into thinking that injecting ourselves with the most lethal toxin on earth is safe.
It can be, well, aging actually for the face. It was never intended to be used like it's being used today. And in this video, I'll break it all down for you and what you should do instead. But first, you need to see this clip to understand everything we're talking about. It's shocking, yes, but this is what it's come to. It's real, and unfortunately, it's up trending. Let's watch.
8-year-old girl, 8 years old, admits that she gets Botox. This story aired yesterday morning on Good Morning America, and today people all across the country are outraged.
Brittany's only 8 years old, but she gets Botox injections regularly. Her mother, Carrie Campbell, has been entering her daughter in beauty pageants and says she got the idea from other moms.
You know, a lot of the moms there, they're giving their kids Botox, and it's pretty much like the thing. I'm not the only one that does it.
That's crazy. Most people, even under the age of 30 or 40, they don't need Botox, they need structure in their face. It turns out that fat in the face and volume from the muscles, the pull of the muscles, is key to looking youthful. Surprise, surprise. I did say muscle. Let's take a peek at this one.
I've been getting Botox for the last 10 years, and I was that person getting Botox every 3 months, and I used to need an upper bleph. I had so much heaviness right here. So I do think that us getting Botox every 3 months is hurting us, not helping us.
So what she's saying there is because of the Botox, it shrunk her muscle, and over time, she thought she needed a blepharoplasty or the skin removed above the eye because those lifting muscles were shrunk down. Not only that decreased the volume, so it ages the forehead, stops the pull on the bone, but it also then lowers the eye, and you think it's just age, but in fact, it could be the toxin. You want to imagine your forehead muscle is the garage door opener for your eyebrows. If the motor dies, the door doesn't open. It just hangs there, judging you. So your eye drops, and worse yet, you then go get surgery to correct that problem because you nor your provider recognizes it was actually from the Botox in the first place. And you heard there, she's getting it every 3 months. In fact, most people would think they need more and worsen the problem. You see, if you come off of the Botox, the muscle will slowly return to where it was, especially if you do face exercises. I'm Dr. Rajani, and I've been injecting Botox for over 25 years. I still use it in practice. I use it personally about once a year. I still teach it. But in 2026, we have something much smarter. We're not just freezing wrinkles anymore. We're actually rebuilding skin from the inside out, creating real, lasting youth, not just temporary paralysis. Here's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to say out loud. Botox does nothing, I mean nothing, to rebuild your collagen, to thicken your skin, or to give you long-term youth. Now, I did say structure, and many of you already know that. Watch this clip. She knows it. Listen.
I'm gonna tell you right now, wrinkles and fine lines are not your biggest enemy. It turns out the real sons of bitches is the rearrangement of the structure of your face and the fat loss, volume loss.
Now, it freezes the muscle, and that's it. Nothing more. But internal support, that really matters. Collagen peptides, volufiline, creatine, omega-3s, that's the foundation. I talked about aging of the upper lid. Don't believe me that these things age you? Check out this girl. She's actually 22, but someone posted, hey, you look like you're 45. Check this out.
Respectfully, you look like you're pushing 45. Stop getting filler or Botox, whatever you have. It looks so bad. 45? 22. Yeah, shocker.
So you see, she was reading a comment. Often influencers are the ones getting a lot of work done. But you tell me, how old did she look? But poor girl, they thought she was 45. That's in part to the treatments. But today, I'm giving you way beyond that. I'm giving you specific next level solutions for the 3 lines my patients complain about the most. And you'll see why 3 in a minute. The crow's feet, the lip lines, and the deep forehead lines. Of course, this applies for the whole face, but you'll see why I target those in a moment. Look, Botox, it's great at stopping that muscle movement. I'm not going to argue that, but wrinkles aren't just muscle. They're muscle plus massive collagen loss, thinning of the skin, fragile skin, bone loss. Why do you think the lines come first in the what I call thin zones? So why then are we treating one piece of the puzzle? We're not today. Your time is valuable. Solution number 1. EMS, electrical muscle stimulation, done properly. Now you want to think of this one like physical therapy for your face. Many of us overuse, yes, the forehead muscle. We squint, so we get crow's feet around the eyes. EMS gently, with short burst pulses, trains those patterns differently and improves the tone and balance. So you stop over contracting. It also adds a bit of volume by building the muscle without you voluntarily doing it. And that's the difference. Here you can see it being used on the body. In particular, the buttocks is common, but the smaller ones are used for the face muscle. And because you're not voluntarily contracting the muscle, but the device is doing it, it has many different properties that are rejuvenating, building, and not necessarily fat burning, which we like that in the face. Okay, so what is EMS good for? It's great for forehead lines, crow's feet, and the lip lines. No freezing, just better muscle behavior. I'll do much more of that on the months to come, but I know some of you are already doing this at home. Some of you, yes, you go into clinics to get it done, but within the next 6 months, you're going to see huge advances in these products for at-home use. So I want you to know about it. I want to alert you to what's coming if you have FOMO right now and you're not using it. But for those using it, comment below. Let us know what you're using, what you're finding, and how you're getting it. Now, let's move to something more easily and inexpensively available to everyone. Solution number 2, red light therapy. Photo, light, bio means life, modulation. That means we're trying to change something within the cells. Not only does it support the skin and help provide that structure, but it decreases inflammation for those who may have already had fillers. And watch this clip. She got Botox, but what do you think is really aging her? Take a peek.
I didn't want to get filler because I was scared to get filler in my face. So I was like, well, let me do Botox, since Botox is not filler, it's a neurotoxin. I got it thinking that it was going to make me look younger, and it did not.
Using 630 to 660 nanometer light plus 830 nanometers, which you'll know as near infrared. This is powerful and underutilized by most. It boosts collagen production, it thickens the dermis, it reduces inflammation, crow's feet, lip lines, and those static lines that you see at rest. That means they're etched in. Okay, so many of you have already had Botox and filler in your face, like me. Yes, there's likely an element of inflammation, and you might already know that. You might see it. Redness, irritation, you might get the odd acne, you just don't have the glow, you have some dullness, or you even see some filler beneath the skin. We call that the Tyndall effect, a bluish kind of a hue. Using red light combats all of this and helps restore that glow, decreases inflammation. And if you read the comment section of people using them, they'll say, my face looks a little filter face. That's because you get that subtle volume that says youth. It helps your fat pads. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're going, Rajani, why are you saying this is inexpensive? Well, these devices are reusable. Cost per use, it's amazing value. Unlike a cream where you need to keep buying them, red light covers a large surface area for one, which is great. It's just a few minutes a day, 3 times a week, makes it easy, but there's nothing to rebuy. Once you have a red light device, you can keep using it. Most people like to upgrade every year to 3, but other than that, they maintain quality ones, the wavelength stated for many, many, many years. And if you're in the market, you need to know this. It's the number one pitfall of people buying them. The number of bulbs does not matter. This is photobiomodulation, stimulating cells with gentle light. It's not laser resurfacing, which is a treatment I do in clinic for sure. This is photobiomodulation. Everyone's focused on the number of lights. It's the quality, it's the wavelengths, and are you getting the wavelength that they're advertising? So 10 minutes, a few times a week, you'll see visible smoothing and healthy fat pads. Solution number 3. Now, I talk about structure needed for your face. Guess what you need for structure? I know you got it. Bone.
Here's one of many studies that have found the link between Botox and bone resorption. So when you freeze the muscle, that means the bone that is attached to that muscle is going to start losing its density because of the lack of movement in the muscle.
Now, let's talk about a gentle solution to kind of slow the muscle down, but without paralyzing it, without shrinking it or atrophying it, and with keeping a natural look. Topical peptides. Now, peptides, they're all the rage. You guys know peptides are also GLP-1s like Ozempic. People are injecting peptides for muscle building, for wellness. This peptide has been around a long time, and it's a topical. It's called Argireline, and it interferes, just like Botox does, with the snare complex. Like Botox, but in a topical, easy to obtain and purchase cream. Sounds magical, right? Well, it actually softens muscle contractions at the skin level. No toxin, no needles, just gentle neuromodulation. Neuro means nerve, modulation, again, a change with a peptide. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Rajani, who cares about the muscle in your face? Watch this clip. Check out these lids. That's exactly another example of what happens, but check them out because you can see, I can see very obviously. Comment below. Let's look at it.
To anyone out there thinking of getting Botox, please have a look at this. It may make you reconsider. By the way, I had really good eyelids. Where have they bloody gone? Before and after. I've got no eyelids. That was how I used to be.
Products with this Argireline peptide work particularly well where? The crow's feet, the forehead, and the lip lines. Why? Because they subtly change your movement. The huge benefit, it does not paralyze. It softens so you keep your natural expressions. Argireline is a topical, no injections, and it's an easy to purchase product widely available in creams and serums. Subtly. If you do a toxin in the forehead, you can get droop. Not only a brow droop, but an eyelid droop. Around the mouth, too much injections, and you can't talk properly. Argireline never does that. You'll find it in hyaluronic acid serums. You can buy it as a standalone. I'll link some in the more info section below, and I'll pin it to the top of the comments. Now, this may be the number one reason that people love Argireline, either in a hyaluronic acid base or in something called Revox Line Relaxer. It keeps you natural, unlike what injections may do. She spells it out like this.
Never say never, but I don't think I could ever get Botox because this is my main facial expression towards people, just in life. I'm like, what? What? Why do people like to get rid of that?
Now, here is a game changer. Layer these. Internal support, muscle retraining with EMS, collagen building with red light, and topical peptides all together. You're hitting wrinkles from all angles, not just shutting off one switch, but multiple. And that is smart anti-aging. Natural movement, smoother, stronger skin, not the frozen look. So if you don't love needles, if you want to avoid toxin, if you want more natural, like I think we all do, comment below. You now have real options to use less or even no Botox. Like I said, I do Dysport once yearly, and the reason is I maintain my structural integrity of the skin. Who you see for treatments really does matter. How they assess the face, judicious use of products, meaning using small amounts, and exactly the type of products they use. Unfortunately, many spas, med spas, injectors, providers they'll skimp on product. Why? Because everyone's looking for the lowest price. You pay the price somewhere. Let's not that be on your face. What do I mean by that is when you go shop around as to where you're going, the number one concern for people is still price. 30 years later, after this industry started, that's what people look for. The first thing you want to look for is who you're going to see. You'll now want to watch this video here, all about red light if you're not using it, and one down here on a lipo-filling style cream to add a little bit of volume, keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.